I love reverse seated arm work on a long box for a lot of reasons. It's great for spinal mobility, articulation, hip mobility, hip articulation, but it also is great for shoulders. Now, if you don't have a tower combo unit on your reformer, grab your leather, grab your ropes, right? I am on one light spring on the reformer. For me, that's a blue. I don't know what that is for you. You figure out your life, okay? All right. Now, I just want to maintain an easy pull of the arm up into the shoulders and then let it go. So it really is a shoulder shrug that's driving the pull of the reformer, right? And I'm even going to go to the extreme where it goes too much and it becomes that shoulder circle. And keep head on top of pelvis, a little press down into the feet, into the headrest. But give your clients the reality that their shoulders do move and they literally, therefore, can move the entire rest of you, okay? Now, what if we say shoulders stay still? What if we make it about a curl of the tail, putting weight into the back of that pelvis? Press your heels into the box if you want more support, because I don't want you to go back far. I want you to feel the moment in space where your shoulders feel behind you heavy, but they're not dropping. They're still helping you stay lifted because you're reaching out to hold on to your leather, hold on to your ropes. Then think lead with the head, lift the chest, upper back, mid back, lower back, and catch the spring before you fall into your hip flexors and dump forward. And again, exhale, curl back, tuck the tail towards the knees and out. Now here, right here, where I want to get heavy down, I'm going to just start lifting back up. Then at the top, you could add even a elbows bend and pull, which feels kind of good because, oh my God, this secretly burns the crap out of your shoulders, okay? And then curve back. Notice I am not pulling back. That's what this would look like if I pull back and then I'm heavy and I'm scared and I don't want to go any farther. Push the reformer with your booty. Let your low back round. If you want to keep going back and go into a full extension back there, great. I don't want to. I want to show you this guy. Right now, you can go all over the place. You can open, like the variations for that. There's lots. But think about what you're cueing. Think about how the shoulders actually have to keep integrated with the changing in the shape of the spine as you're continually keeping that pull of the spring. Now, I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to take hold of this push-through bar. Now, I could use my arms and shoulders to pull forward. That would be easy. But what's closest to the spring is my hips. So I'm going to curl, draw the reformer, bring my pelvis under ribs, ribs under shoulders, head on top. To keep that, I have to find some press down through my feet. I don't care if you're parallel or a little bit open, but feel it pressing down to go up. Elbows bend and pull. Test it with the turn of the head, side to side. Right? The turn of the head and chest expansion or in any exercise is really to prove that you are not holding tension in the upper traps, levator's gap, and deltoid, because now I can't turn my head and you see the change. Whew, let that out. Right? Again, from the curl of the tail to drive into the spring. Now the reformer spring's already open, so you got more going on here. Lift from the head, come back up. And as you can see, my shoulders pretty much stay in the same place and space. It's my spine that's moving and coming back up. You could mix those up to really make the muscles have to interact and change quickly. Now, here's a fun one. Get your hands a little bit closer. Keep your spine tall. Lift up one arm. Add a little twist as you curl. So you really feel yourself coming into that quadrant and front side body. Lift back up tall in the back body. Pressing down, curling into it so you really feel, ooh, is one side stronger than the other? Perhaps is one side stiffer than the other? This one's a treat for people. Reach it out to the side. Curl the tail just enough. Take a full circle like you're doing a full 360 hook shot all the way around. Little curve in the upper back. Good stretch into the shoulders and lift. And then we're going to do that other side. Sometimes I say, imagine that you're going to scoop all the peanut butter out of the peanut butter jar. Oh my goodness, it feels so good. And then around and back up. And just like we were curving, you can reach hips back and find more of a straight back extension. Press into. As you pull up, roll back up through. It is spring loaded, so I don't recommend reaching your palms out like I just did. It just kind of felt good. Because that's the reality of when you stretch out your fingers. It should promote length. But right now we've got to pull. So use your grip. And come back up. Right? A lot of building strength in the shoulders first has to start with building awareness of the shoulders. A lot of people aren't aware of how much tension they hold in their upper traps, or how much hold they hold in their pecs, or how much their deltoid is getting stuck into a position. They aren't aware of it until you give them the option to let the shoulder girdle mobilize and go up and down and pull around. But then once it has to find a home. And that's what we're working here. So now that we can start to build it to something a little bit more advanced, like upside down pull-up on the low chair.